Hey, Food Plant Nursery, Brookville. Today we're going to look at some permaculture stuff we do here on the farm, or homestead, whatever you may want to call it. We like to have a bunch of different ways to grow things. I want this place to become a place you can come to see what's possible on your own property. Anything we can do to help you, hey, let us know. Today we're looking at a swale. This swale is, we'll have 4 fruit trees in this swale, and they're going to be, we got a electric line. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we got electric line running through here, and that's why we don't have probably 5-ish trees on this swale. So what is a swale? Well, what I'm going to call a swale here is it's a tree growing system. It's a good operation for catching water, nutrient, and just making a cool looking, infiltrating water and nutrient down through here off this hill. This hill up here, we're going to run 2 more. We're going to have 3 swales on this hill. Being the lower you go down in here, look down this bottom. The lower you go down that bottom, more greener, more nutrient. The top of this hill is no good. We're gonna make it good. We're gonna catch water. We're gonna infiltrate it in slowly. We're gonna catch it here, come down backwards here, and hit these trees. In between these trees, we'll have berry bushes, herbs, and things of that nature. I'm going to try to run a more deer resistant crops in here. Fruit trees or not, I get it. But we are a heavily deer populated area, and it will be a struggle. Rabbits will ring your trees, clip your blueberry, hascaps, just burn through your stuff. So we're working on some bone sauce here. It's definitely a revived thing. A lot of smart guys are using it, and in some permaculture books is where I got the kind of the recipe at. So we add a little more things to it than like Sepp Holster did, and I'll just show you what we got going on here, and we'll go from there. Right now you see we got a bare track through here. This thing is 4 feet wide, about, I'm saying close to 2 feet deep on the upper side, and then coming down we're probably in about a foot. I guess that's a foot. But then it comes up on a little rise on the swale, and that's where we plant the trees at. So I'll flip this around and I'll walk you through and kind of show you what I'm doing here. Now we're going to plant a fruit tree here. So this is looking at it again. I just got to flip the camera around. Also actually got American hazelnut started here at the end of the swale. It's not really in the swale, but it will catch. This is the overflow. It will catch here, then run down this ditch. So this is what it kind of looks like here. This is I got a cover crop on here. We're doing I really love the wood chips, and I haven't got any on here yet. Right now we're running wheat, buckwheat, regular field wheat, daikon radishes, turnips, some clovers. It's just starting to come in. All these things help out. This is the hill we're going to run up. It's going to have 2 more layers, and there's that electric line I was talking about. I couldn't see it before, so that's why we got a vacant area here. I'm not going to have a tree here. Got a pretty good swath here. We'll have more berry bushes and type stuff here. This pear tree doesn't look good, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Another apple tree. This is a cherry tree. This is a cherry. And then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna plant this apple tree here today. I got it It's a little late. I'm a nursery. I took care of my customers first. Whatever I couldn't sell, I went ahead and kept for myself. Let me set this camera up here. And then I'll show you how I'm going to plant this tree. I had it rooted in. They call it healing in. And so I healed it in, and I just let it soak for like an hour in a water bucket. And then right now we're gonna plant it. It just rained. I got a kind of a pre-hole dug. And then let's look at this other direction. I'm pretty excited about the swales. We're coming up to walnuts. They say walnuts, you know, are not good. May shade out some stuff. I got other videos about walnuts and Jerusalem artichokes if you're interested in that, how they do grow with walnuts. So let's go ahead and do some tree planting. Okay, I got the tree out of the bucket of water. I'm trying to leave how I healed it in the ground. I try to leave as much soil as possible. It came out of loose soil. I didn't dig it up. It was already just kind of sitting there in that soil. We're also not wanting, had it healed in a little deep, where it's trying to put roots on a little bit. Actually, that is not roots. I thought it was. But this is the height. This is the graft union. We're gonna try to plant it about this height. So what I'm gonna do is just take some soil. It's a little bit muddy today. We got a bunch of rain. I'm trying to get the topsoil around it. We tried to flare the roots out a little bit here without getting too wild, hurting it. You should not. This is mid-May. You really want to not do too much tree planting here on, because it starts getting pretty wet and kind of late in the year. And you know, you can plant potted trees kind of anytime, as long as you really take care of them. I'm not really wanting to take care of them that much. I got other things I want to do, but what I'm going to do is come back, and it's going to be raining the next few days. That's why I went ahead and decided to do this now. And then I'm going to come in. I'm going to throw some more cover crop in here, and I'm probably going to end up putting some wood chips around this area. Eventually this will be a lot of wood chips in here. I'm gonna grab my shovel here. It'll be a lot of wood chips in here eventually, and that really makes a fungal dominant area for trees. And that fungal dominance is what the microorganisms like to eat. It's a different kind of microorganisms. We got a lot of worms, so we're pretty happy we're doing something right. That's a good indicator of doing something right. So what I'm going to do is water this in well too. Try to get rid of all the air gaps. I know this is going to be a little wet for it, but we need to break down those air gaps. This heavy clay soil, there you can start seeing the roots there. It's a little wet, but it will seep down the hill. And then what I'm going to do, I said I was going to put wood chips in, and I am. But the first thing I'm going to do is come in and put some, let me get you situated here. We're going to put some cover crop in, more of the buckwheat, even the winter wheat's easy grown, cheap. I really like the clover. It's a real good thing for, you know, your nitrogen fixers and we're gonna put let me get my brain going here, the straw down around the tree, and maybe let that come up a little bit and see if we're gonna try to see if we can manage these weeds this year or not. Because this is gonna be a nice area. Look down that swale again. It looks pretty cool. Sorry about the not great videoer, but that's what we are, not great videoers. More of a grower than a videoer. So you can see down this swell, it looks good. It's on contour. I don't think I mentioned that. So on contour, we're going around this hill. And this hill's on like a compound angle going down. So all we're going to do is keep this thing flat. I'm also going to put in wood chips in this, I guess you call it raw, heavily worked area. It's heavy clay, solid clay base, really bad. But if we're going to put the wood chips in, they'll break down over time. They'll, keep them weeds out. It really looks good. I'm really happy with it. I'll keep you all posted on the next swell as we dig it and show you, step by step maybe, and see. It really looks good. We're going to run poultry through here. Mostly, as of now, it'll be chickens in a chicken tractor, so the nutrient will drop and come down to this area. And I'll show you my other orchard I have in front of my house. We didn't do swells in front of my house. We're doing wood chips, continue line of wood chips to catch the rain, the silt, the nutrient into those wood chips, and it should slow it down enough and infiltrate there. Because anytime you mess with these wood chips, you'll see how pliable that soil is. Those microorganisms and all the way up the food chain to the worms, really make the soil very, very nice. You can stick your hand in the soil. It's unreal. So hey, that's what we got for this video. And hope we just keep growing our food, guys. Things are getting pricey out there. Keep on learning and growing. Food Plant Nursery, out.